What's going on, everybody? Israel Galindo here from Evolve. I hope you guys are doing awesome. And yes, think happy thoughts, especially today, 2/22/22. Now, if we go back to what does that mean? Well, these are palindromes. Palindromes are when you can look at something forwards, backwards, up, down, doesn't matter. It reads the same, 2/22/22. We've had these since 12/22/21. We've kind of had a few of these palindromes, and it's just a phrase of a number again. It's just like having a word that, like, madam, I am Adam. If you read that backwards, it's basically the same thing, or an ambigram of the same. Now, why is this important? Well, 2/22/22 means different things to different people, especially falling on a Tuesday, right? A Taco Tuesday. Two of two of two of two of two. Now, we're going to get into what twos mean. We're also going to bring you some quick card reading. We're not making this a long video, but really talking about a duality split. In short, these are new beginnings and dualities. So we're going to take you also into a history of that. Just really want to give you a feel for what's going on. Let's throw a quick logo. Okay, so I'm back. So in numerology, right? If you look at the number, if you go into numbers, and a lot of people are not into numbers, but if you are into numbers and you were adding 2 and the 22 and the 2022, if you were to add all those numbers up, it comes out to 12. Now, that being said, then you add the numbers 1, 2, and you get 3, right? 12 is at 1 and a 2, you get a 3. And that number 3 is consequential after the 1 and the 2, so it reforms the sequence. It literally does a full loop back, right? It's the new beginning, and that's also the self-expression, which is very, very powerful. Now, I'm going to get into that point also in a second, because that self-expression really started in 2020 and pre-COVID, and I'm going to tell you why that's also powerful as well. Now, again, going back to the numerology, astrologers also have put into this state. And again, they're bringing that the United States, that's us here in the US, are going to experience the full Pluto return. Remember, Pluto gravitates further out than all the other planets, and some people might not call Pluto a planet, but I consider it a planet. And it makes its return in so many times. So it goes out, comes back in. I'm not saying it's going to be next to the Earth, but it comes into a rotation. Now, in this case, the first time these planets ever sort of aligned that way were associated with transformation and with power. So what does that mean? Coming Pluto back into that position, the last time that happened, and I know it sounds silly because it sounds so egotistical for us in the US, was the Declaration of Independence back in July 4th, 1776. That's the last time this really kind of did a full circle. Now, it means a lot for people here in the US, and no disrespect to any of that, of course. It's just funny that that's one of the things that a lot of people had stated, and that's great. Also, according to horoscope.com, they stated that Pluto's return back in the day makes France and Russia at the time, back in the day, the fall of Napoleon and Stalin. So if you look at that return, right, when that Pluto is coming back around, there's a shift. There's a huge shift in power. Or back in the Spaniard days, Francisco Franco also was relinquished of power during that, when the last Pluto was returning. Some even argue that the UK last Pluto return reconciled with the unofficial fall of world leader status. So what does that mean in the world today? Well, as of 2/22/22, we've got some major things going on in our world. We've got Russia jumping into Ukraine. We've got other countries getting involved. People are nervous about a world war. So all it is a shift of power. But we're, again, taking it back a step into that. So if you're one of the believers, we're going to go into a different aspect of this right now. If you're one of the believers that 2022 and 2202 compromise the zeros and the twos, The angel number 0, just kind of bring you to basics, is one that motivates and strength. That's the number 0, right? It allows you to plan for the future carefully. And after reflecting all of those actions, 0 symbolizes eternity in spirituality. So that being said, the angel number 2 means harmony and peace. Now remember the 0, what it stood for, and you've got harmony and peace. But it also reflects cooperation and duality, relationships, making new connections, making harmonious, working together, embodying the good. Now, why is this a huge thing? Well, if you are calm and you're looking at diplomacy, now it's the time to do it. Now it's the time to take whatever was going in different directions and connect with each other and see what the possibilities are. Don't put attention to what's going on, chip on your shoulder, he said, she said crap. Bring it together and really take that divine, that when you're trying to come together, you're coming together. And I'm telling you, I know I've already said this, I'm bringing it back to 2020, and I'm going to tell you why that is very important. The important thing to take away from 2022, especially 2222, is the mission of bringing peace and harmony together. That is the mission. I mean, we've had 2 crazy years of where the world was upside down, where we didn't know what was going on. But again, I know I keep saying I'm bringing it back to 2020, and we are taking it there right now. 2020 was known as the year of clarity. When 2020 hit, all the different leaders, all the different types of spiritual guidance and all of that, we're all saying 2020 is the year of clarity. This is when a lot of people are going to wake up and really look at everything in a different perspective, in a clarity perspective. Now think about that. If 2020 was the year of clarity, right? Here's what happens. You had the people that woke up and understood what was going on. And again, I'm not really going into politics. I'm not going into that. But you have people that, we call it woken up, understood what's going on. And you have people that didn't. So 2020, we had 2 years of chaos. So you've got 2 types of beings. You've got the people that woke up and the people that did not. And I'm no judgment on anybody out there. If you have not woken up, it doesn't mean anything. It just means we bring light to what is really about the mystery of the universe and everything. And we really bring out forth what we are understanding as human beings, that there is more to life and death and so on. Again, some people have not gotten there yet, and it doesn't mean that's bad. So you've got these 2020, you've got 2 years of dualities running parallel. You've got the people that are ascending, if you will, in their spiritual awakening. And you've got the others that are just going day by day, as we have since the beginning of time. 2 years. Now, 2022, the duality comes to a Y, especially 2/22/22. You've come to a portal. So now you've come to a Y. You're running next to your neighbor. You've come to a Y after 2 years. Do you go left? Do you go right? Now, these 2 separations really is concentrated in that portal power of 2/22/22. The energy of today really has enhanced the everyday, the partnerships, the focusing on your ability as a person, as an energy being, to perform well with others, right? Now, the split doesn't mean there is a right and a wrong. The split just really means the influence of 2 types of entities, a yin and a yang. There's always going to be a yin and a yang, right? The purpose of the 2 is to really go back to cooperation concepts, reestablishing a balance. A balance is a 2. A yin and yang is, again, a balance. So you're taking these 2 things and you're balancing A and B. So with these 2 splits, with these 2 points, these crossroads have now kind of taken a balanced form. So you've got people here and people here. And we have to now work together on that teeter-totter to make that balance. Now, on your personal level, this could be for you something about a relationship, something imbalance that's going on in your life, work, and you are now having to appreciate the differences. Why are we all fighting about different things, especially on social media? You say brown, I say green. Green is bad. Green is, bad is brown, yada, yada. There's always somebody that's trying to have their say, and that's fine. Everybody has a voice. But now we need to bring that peace and harmony in the yin yang balance. The 2, the 2, 2, the 2, 22. We really need to bring those two objectively together, not pay attention to what bothers us as much, but finishing the task of bringing things together. And that's what we're trying to accomplish in this portal: co-cooperation, compassion, duality, and harmony. There's two sides that are always going to exist in any level, and they have to come to a balance. Right now, we have chaos, estranged items, aggression, and overpowerment, and everybody gets mad at that. So now we have to come together and bring it together in harmony. That Y split is really giving you the left side of the teeter-totter, right side, and bringing it together. So what I like to do today, again, making it a shorter video. Let me go back to my camera angles here. I'm going to go into my overhead cam, and I'm going to switch cameras over here. And I just realized I had another microphone on, so hopefully I don't have it in the original voice here. Now everything looks good on this one. Yeah, everything's muted. I'm just testing the microphone to make sure that the overhead was not doubling on the mic. All right, so what we've done is we've got this amazing set of cards. It's so funny. I always call my cards, I connect with them, but some of them are very intimidating. The Starseed Oracle cards by Rebecca Campbell, and the artwork was done by Danielle Noel, are amazing, beautiful cards. They really, really are. They speak from what I call the cosmos, the higher ups, the place of higher source, and so on. So as you can see on my board here, we have two cards in respect of the 22222. This is why I wanted to do that. And if you're curious about the different stones, we've got definitely our chakras. We've got our abundance stone, or crystal, if you will. We got some balancing stones. And we also have some protection stones, as well as our wand. Again, another chakra wand. So we're giving each other balance in all of these things that we've put together. You can see I've got two of everything almost across the board. So these two cards representing the 222s, we're going to flip the first one. And the first one, it's kind of hard to see, so I'm going to try to bring it up. This one is actually activated earth is what it says. Let me kind of bring it there. Activated earth. And as you can see, we've got some ruins. We've got a portal opening up in the ruins. And the bottom says, power places, lie lines, trust where you are led. So this is one of the cards for 222. We're going to put it down for a second. And now we're going to open up the other one. The second card is actually a woman or a being walking into a portal, and it is actually called Portal. And I'm just going to read it. Doors are opening, you decide. Rewards, wild card. So we've got these two cards representing duality, right? We've got an activated earth and we've got a portal. Now, if you're looking at these two cards right here, there's your split. Activated earth has really been energized, and you've got a portal. You've got, again, the Y split. You've got these two things going on. So if we're going to start with the activated earth, just kind of give you a quick blurb on it. Activated earth shows the ley lines that are invisible pathways on the land along which energy travels. They can be sensed when they're in tune with them, with our subtle senses, also known as spirit paths. They've been compared to the median system of the body of the Chinese medicine and the linked sacred sites, stone circles, burial mounds, and so on and so on. This card right here really wants us to honor and thank the keepers of earth, knowing that they nourish and tender to us. And this is really giving us that Mother Earth is treasured, not just by its place. It's a sacred place for all of us. And when we're activated with this card right here, we're being called to understand that, to remember that we tend to our land we live on. we honor and acknowledge that in a full spirit, that we want to be grateful for our land. So protecting our Mother Earth is key in that one. Now we're going to go into the second one, which is the portal. Now you've got the second Y of that duality, right? Doors are opening. You decide rewards wild card. Now this is again the portal card. Doors are opening for you. Your thoughts are extra powerful for you right now. Planets are aligning, as we talked about Pluto. The timing is right. The universe is saying, yes, you have the Midas touch. Your hard work is now being rewarded. This is the time when you can reap your rewards and efforts made in the past. Remember, dualities, we've got the two types, the earth beings and the ones that have been awoken and giving that portal energy left and right, right? This is kind of, we're going, the extreme transformation happening and the great distances kind of going for all of us in space and time. So when we're looking at this card, it comes up that there's effortless change. You've already making all the effort. You're already kind of going and exceeding where you need to be. And the card goes, walk through the portal. This is where you need to be. It's a new reality. It's time to make big changes. You've been guided to switch things up. You're extremely supported by every energy being, angels, and so on, and use this energy and jump right on. So in the question of that, what would you most experience if you went through a portal? I mean, seriously, what could you do if a portal opened up today and kind of gave you that, hey, here we go, let's go to the next level? What would you do? That's, it's a question for all of you guys out there. So bringing you those two cards really just goes to, and again, I'm just giving you the equality of both things that are happening. And we have been separated, especially during the pandemic. We've been separated, and all of us are very opinionated. And all of us have now really been split into two forms for a couple of years. But now we come to that why. Do you continue your hard ways and not balance with the rest of the world or the universe? Or do you excel at being peace and bringing that harmonious level all around us? Really giving that relationships, contacts, and all of that are the yings and the yangs. We're going to put it together and work together. So this is very important for you guys out there, especially today in something like this, the 2-22-22. Reflect on that, take a couple of deep breaths, and really just focus on peace and harmony for the entire planet, as we are going through a big shift that is really going to shake things up for all of us. And we want to make sure that, believe it or not, if you put mind to something, it comes to light. So manifest peace and harmony. And remember that all connections are trustful and honest. And it is very important that we work together and calm things down and be a beautiful, amazing race that we are. I'm Israel Galindo. Always mindfulness, awareness here at Evolve. Hope you guys are doing great. I will record another video sooner than later. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to record a video right after this in the metaverse world. That's a whole other channel. It's a whole other subject, but I will bring it to you here, as I've been wanting to show you what that is all about. Stay peaceful, stay happy, enjoy the 222 Taco Tuesday down the street. Let's go.